What's up, horror fans? Welcome back to the Horror Channel. I'm your host, Greg, and today let's talk about how The Ugly must be seen. That's right, this movie, I have been waiting for so long for a new Blu ray of this movie for years. This is a 90s New Zealand horror movie. It is so good. Unearthed Films just released this. It just came out with a brand new 4K. It's on Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray, not a 4K, but the scan on the Blu-ray is a brand new 4K restoration from the Interpositive, not the negative, but it does look really good. It color corrected everything. The sound is incredible on this amazing movie. If you've never seen it, I'm here to tell you why you should see this movie and pick up this Blu-ray. I first became aware of this movie from this little DVD called The Boogeyman. Boogeyman. Here, you guys remember this killer compilation? They have a segment of The Ugly on here, and I had never seen it before till that. I saw it on that, and so I went out looking for it to the video stores around my area, and Hollywood Video just happened to have it, and I rented it and watched it. I love the movie, and it's been so long since I've seen it. I have never had a physical copy of it, and I'm so happy to have this. And I definitely recommend this Blu-ray. Pick up the Blu-ray. Looks good, sounds great, got good special features. Now let's get into what this movie is about. Okay, this movie is about Simon Cartwright, a serial killer who has been locked away in a mental institution and has called upon a Dr. Karen Shoemaker to come and help him out because he's heard about her and what she's done. And as she's there, interrogating, basically trying to find out what makes him tick, why does he kill, she gets drawn into this world of his and his story, and you get these flashbacks, and it's intense, and it's just so suspenseful and intense, and you don't really know sometimes what is going on and what is real and what is not real, because in all intents and purposes, Simon is technically not a reliable narrator. Of course, you start to feel sorry for him, you start to relate with him, but also you also, same as her, you're like Dr. Schumacher in this. You're on a ride, you're coming to know this character and what he went through, and through his story about his abusive mother and why he kills and how he kills with no rhyme or reason and all these things, and you're in how he feels like he's constantly being picked on and everything. And as the story progresses, you get drawn into this, and the weird people that populate the psychiatric ward, the two orderlies and the doctor that he has there, they're just, and the patient Marge, they're just all so weird. Everything is just strange, and this movie has such an underlining tension building, just like, something's going to happen. It's so dreadful. It has legitimate scares. It has legitimate, just like everything you could want in a horror movie. And there's just something mesmerizing and hypnotic, truly hypnotic about this movie. And the performances by, I hope I'm not going to butcher his name, but the actor who plays Simon, Paolo Rotondo, which I hope I said his name right, and Dr. Karen Schumacher, played by Rebecca Hobbs. Their performances, I wanted to make sure I said their names right. Their performances are so good. You get drawn into this. You really feel for both of these characters and what they're going through. Oh man, and the people, Weta, what would become Weta Workshop with Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson actually worked on this and the special effects on this. And Simon sees himself as ugly. So where does the ugly come from? He sees himself as ugly. His mother told him he was an ugly child, and he fell once when he was being chased by bullies, and he scraped up his face. And so he sees like this scar on his face all the time because he's ugly. He's ugly. He's worthless, right? So that's, you get into that, but not to spoil too much, because I know there is going to be little spoilers here when I talked about, because when I mentioned before that he's an unreliable narrator, Simon is, because this is a great play on, like, if you're a true crime person and looked into killers and everything. This really works well in that sense, because it shows you how these men like this very sensitive, almost effeminate type man who women sort of are drawn to and stuff like that, can easily manipulate people and get into their lives and do things to them that you wouldn't expect, right? Because they play on your emotions, like, oh, people pick on me, I'm so, I'm so this, I'm so that, and like the little lost puppy dog. So people, he can con people in that sense, and then in the end, he's this really evil thing. And so, like, when I say an unreliable narrator, take for instance, some spoilers, guys, some spoilers here. He kills his mom when he's like 14, 15 years old. Well, let's see, when he was like a preteen, like maybe 13, right? after his mom gets into a fight with this girl that he likes because she's trying to tell him the truth because his mom's been hiding some things from him, and this girl finds out about him that he's really into. He goes to school with. She lives like right down the lane from him and everything. And his mom gets into a fight with her, and throws her out of the house and everything. And so like he ends up killing it. It's something in him snaps and he kills his mom and over all that and everything. And then years and years later, when he's grown up, he meets that girl again, and she recognizes him and everything. And he says to the doctor earlier in the film that after he killed his mom, the police figured out it was him, and they locked him away in a mental hospital for 4 years, and he got out when he was 17. And so when he meets the girl again, Julie, that he went to school with and had a crush on, and that was over his house and lived down the lane from him, she asks him about his mom. She goes, "How's your mom doing?" And he tells her she's dead. So like, wait a minute, you said earlier in the film that you killed her, and in that small town area you live in, there's no way that that girl would not have known that his mom was killed by him and that he was locked away, because they would have known that, because once he started not go to school. So like, it's like it unravels in this weird way in these flashbacks, and like there's like flashes and almost like Fight Club at times, where you see like when he's telling the story, and like because like even the doctor, you see the doctor walking around like in his memories and stuff, because it all blends in like that. Such an atmospheric, well shot, just like ballsy movie, right? So like you see flashes as he's telling the story, because it bounces around, and you see flashes of things that's going to happen or maybe happened, right? So it's such an incredible movie. It's sort of also got that Psycho vibe to it, like Norman Bates Psycho vibe. It's kind of like what if this was Norman Bates in the hospital and he was being talked to by a doctor, a woman doctor, right? So because you know how Norman Bates was with women and everything, so and how Simon can manipulate women like that. So like it was sort of like, what if Norman Bates was like this, but also there's a secret Simon is hiding, and of things he sees, and there's this moment, this absolutely chilling moment in the film, when it's just like it's built, like I said, it's suspense, it's building to this moment where it just pops. The movie it just pops, and there's this scene. I don't want to spoil it, because just let's just say this might be involved here. There's a scene where that pops off, and with the doctor and everything, and it is truly frightening. You feel the emotion from the actress Rebecca Hobbs playing Karen Schumacher, Dr. Karen Schumacher, and Simon. Just the intensity of it. Man, this movie, if you have not seen this movie, please do yourself a favor and see this movie. This movie is everything you would want in a horror movie, right? And it's just so good. It is so good. It's so creepy. It's just, I can't explain it any more than it must really truly be seen. And now that it is on Blu-ray and available to the masses way more than it once was, because it had been, relegated to the nethers for years and years, where you could never find the movie. Now is your opportunity to buy this movie from Unearthed Films and give it a watch, because it is well worth the watch. It is just an absolutely incredible horror film. I cannot gush. I just truly love this movie. It's been so long since I've seen it, and when I was rewatching it, it sucked me in again, all over again, and like this, it just, I can't. It's so creepy and so good. So if you're looking for a new horror movie to watch, even though it's a '90s horror movie, just because it's an old movie don't mean it ain't new to you. Just a great '90s horror film that I think is often overlooked and underrated and undersung, and needs to be seen, because The Ugly, you never know what people will do, right? Or what they see, I should say. But check it out. If you guys have not seen it, please check it out, because it's a good movie. Let me know you guys' thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Have I inspired you to see this movie? Have you seen this movie? Let me know all that and what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. That'd be awesome if you're in your guys' subscriptions, or possibly share this video out for everybody to see. I thank you guys for watching wherever you all are. Please have a horrific day. Watch you some horror movies like The Ugly, because they make your horrific day that much more better. Godspeed.